beloved repeat offender, oSCaR DoTTeR. Yes, on the rew-who show. And you know, this is what we're talking about. Hey. oSCaR is involved in saving polar bears. And
right. You mentioned
yes,
that earlier.
and you mentioned a polar bear earlier in the show, and that's when I said,
I'm all
just
for polar
wait.
bears.
Now, what's up with the polar bears?
Well, to make a long story short, well, like 2 years ago, I just became a little bit obsessed with them, and I decided to do something with my art to kind of put out the message of saving them, because they are one of the first U.S. animals labeled as an endangered species. So there's like
wait, they were one of the first
one
animals?
of the first.
So when was that? Because it's
In
now how many years later?
Yeah, in 2000.
And they're still endangered? I don't get it.
Yeah, in 2008, and then in 2011, an act passed, and it's really kind of sad, just because actually within those 3 years we've gone from about 33 to about 21,000 polar bears left, and about half of that number is in habitation in Canada, in the Churchill Seal Bay Polar Bear Refuge, which is kind of our version of like maybe a protected wilderness type situation.
So I'm confused. Now, are they disappearing because of global warming, whatever? Is it warning or warming? I never
Warming.
She says warming, you say warning.
It's always warming.
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 But it's a warning.
Well, it's climate change.
The
new title is climate change.
That's another
Well,
for you.
I'm such a goofball, trust me. Because it's such a warning. I don't mind warming, but you know, like
80% of the polar cap
is it because of
gone
that?
since 1982.
80% since
80%.
1982.
I think 82 or 81. Yes.
You know, it's
Am I wrong?
You're asking the wrong
you know,
person.
it's kind of like a question of science and natural
All I know is
evolution
whenever I go to the
of what's
zoo,
going on. So there's really no specific. There's nothing really in literature that's going to tell you.
like nobody's killing them.
Well, they
Let's talk
were.
about the
They were,
percentage of ice
including
missing.
people in the United
Yeah.
States and
For
and
what?
people in
Rugs
Canada.
and stuff?
Yeah, I mean their skins are worth about $120,000.
A
And
piece.
yeah, so. Yeah, it's
So were
it
they
was a big
wearing
business.
polar bear coats or something?
No, they would use the
Rugs.
skins for rugs or
Wow.
So I just know whenever I was at the Bronx Zoo and I would see those polar bears,
They're still there.
they look so unhealthy. One day we were just standing there watching it. It was walking this way, that way.
Oh yeah.
They look
Ever
like
see
they're
the one in the Central Park
psychotic.
Zoo?
Yeah.
It's psycho.
He swims there and back.
Yeah, that's what they do.
There and back.
So I mean, they always stood out to us at the zoo, like those poor polar bears.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
Well,
they
a lot of
into
it. I mean, no, it's just you're taking
Out of
the
their
largest
habitat.
the largest carnivore that lives on Earth. You're taking this huge mammal and you're putting him in a confined space that needs sea ice and needs to feed off the seals, and all of a sudden you're feeding it
Like little
herring
fish.
and
Little
kind
tuna
of
fish.
whatever you can get your hands on. They need about 18,000 calories a day, so you should feed in.
Oh, no, I want to be a polar bear. I want to be a polar bear. We can eat all
Well, give them a hug.
day.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So what are you doing with your art? I mean, I saw some pictures and like you're making polar bears basically, right?
Well, I'm just no, I went. The thing is I'm not really out to.
Save them.
No, I am. That's really the primary mission here. Is just kind of, more about awareness and more about like speaking out about what you can do, and everybody can kind of have a mission. I'm a painter, sculptor, and
Yes.
and that's what I do. And so, I'm not going to pretend that I'm the best environmentalist out there, but if there's something that I'm passionate about, and if people want to save, this great beast from extinction, there are things they can do. Me as a painter, what I can do is get involved with the World Wildlife Fund, which I currently signed on with, and we set up a foundation to save polar bears. And so basically where the art takes part in is taking percentages, or in this, this time we made a actual piece, a huge piece. It's about 50 by 50 inches, and it will be raffled off. It's about an $8,800 piece of artwork, and we're going to sell tickets for $20, and all the proceeds, 100% of it, goes to saving the polar bear. And at the end of the show on May 3rd, we will have a drawing, and whosever name we pick basically gets a $8,800 piece of artwork for $20.
Wow, that's awesome. So you have another show coming up soon, though, March 28th, right?
Yeah.
So what's going to be in that show?
Well, nothing has been. Well, it's the same show. It's just this show has been extended. It's going to go about 5 weeks, and the show's called Nordic Pop.
And you are from Finland.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is
Are
kind
there
of
polar bears in Finland?
Norway. No, and Russia, which is close, but
And Antarctica.
yeah, and Canada.
Canada.
And Alaska.
And in the Bronx Zoo.
And the Bronx Zoo.
And the Central Park Zoo.
Central Park Zoo.
Yeah, I know
one.
they swim.
Yeah.
That little.
And
I know
there's
that.
three
But the
levels
Central
that
Park
you can
Zoo,
look at.
I must
They
say.
give them a lot of water.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they really take care of them. Actually, there. I
They
got to
let
spend
them
a
eat
whole.
To view them.
I got to spend a
It's
whole
to view them.
day actually behind the scenes at the Central
Wow.
Park Zoo with polar
So
bears.
wait,
It was amazing.
so real polar bears you said eat seals or penguins?
Seals, bearded seals.
But they don't give them seals at the
Penguins
Central
are
Park
not
Zoo.
up north.
No.
Penguins are in
No.
Antarctica.
But the penguins have a whole
You know?
space at that Central Park Zoo too.
And also a great space because
And do you know you can buy a penguin? You can.
This one.
Here, take this.
No, it just looks particularly interesting.
Why?
Yeah, well,
It's all banged up.
It's been used as a
Otto
weapon.
shrunk
it.
Come
Come on.
a couple of times.
Give it up for Otto's. It's the best.
I think they've had mic fights.
Right?
They let us play on this stage more than any other, so we love these microphones. Yeah.
Well, it is a cool place.
It's
though.
the best.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you were saying,
I don't know. What was
I don't know, but this is the.
I brought that for you.
Yes,
And your two daughters. I thought you only had one.
That's good. That's good. We all share it. It's all in the family.
But only one is the same. I only met one, right?
I think you've met them both at different times, but some people think they're the same person, I guess, when they're.
So you have a website that you can
oSCaR.com.
get informed and
Well, there's a website set up particularly for this show, and it's NordicPop.com. Now turn her over. See?
To read about Nordic pop, turn
Over.
Turn her over.
Yeah.
And there it is. So so the show though is it's going to be at Gallery 151.
Be at Gallery 151 for about 5 weeks.
And how many pieces are in it?
20.
This one, I'm telling you, because this
I
one is
think
the
20.
turntable one.
Turntable.
That-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? 20 pieces, yeah.
20 pieces. And how big are they? Because oSCaR
They're
makes
huge.
big,
Yeah.
giant pieces of art.
Well, there's a new piece, which is the largest piece I've ever done.
And how big is that?
About 12 feet by 12 feet. Yeah.
Wow. So how do you just roll that around town? You can't.
You can't.
No. How long did it take you
But
to
there's
make?
some film
What color
footage
is
of
in
us,
it?
I'm not going to tell you. But there's some film footage of us rolling a. There's about
Rolling a what?
life-size polar bear
Doobie?
sculpture.
Oh, life size.
Yeah. There's 2 life-size polar bear sculptures in the show.
I saw you sitting on
Yeah,
one in the
yeah,
picture.
Yeah.
So it looks real.
Yeah, they're huge.
So what kind of fur did you use?
I didn't. I used fiberglass fur.
Okay, that's what I meant. Okay, that's
Fiberglass.
it. Wow, because it does in the picture you can't tell.
Yeah.
Wow, so
It's
is
just
it
like
soft?
me. I have fiberglass fur.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Wow.
It's totally not real.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's synthetic.
Wow, you get an Oreo for that. That's a skeleton in your closet. So I always wanted to be like one of those dolls that you push the button and the hair grows.
Oh, I remember that.
I need
no,
hair.
You had the string. Remember the whole.
Whatever. My hair cuts itself, but
I have friends that wish
cannot
that too, that they could do that.
grow hair, right? What do you wish?
No, I don't.
You have hair.
I don't need an
I'm
Oreo.
losing mine.
Oh, you want an Oreo? Come
Yeah, you
on.
No, I had one.
I know. You got one before anybody. So, all right. So March 28th.
We'll
Yeah.
switch back.
But before then, there's March 14th.
Oh, there we go.
Before then, March 14th to, I think, April 16th, the Chelsea store Story, which is kind of in the gallery, part of the gallery district, is actually, this is the first year that we've kind of gone full direction with merchandise, and
Nice.
it's really gone kind of crazy.
That's
and,
great.
They're going to actually set up a Nordic pop shop in their store.
Wow, that's like Keith Haring,
Yeah,
pop
yeah,
shop, right?
It's a little pop shop. Yeah.
So is Keith Haring a role model to you?
No.
Look at that.
Yeah. And I want to say, he's kind of, in an abstract way, he's kind of dressed like a polar bear.
Oh, thank you.
So tell me, these are going to be for sale in the
Yeah.
store?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
it's-
I got one.
Yeah.
Cool shirt.
The light one.
That's great. So what do you mean Keith Haring is no
Well, I mean,
sensation for you? Pop
we would
shop.
probably be about the same age if he was still alive. But I mean, any artist is gonna, we do our own thing. I'm not paying attention to what other people are doing. They're not paying
True.
attention to me.
That's true.
I don't.
Yeah, you're too busy doing your
I'm
own
too
thing.
busy doing my own thing. Yeah.
That's okay. Self-absorbed,
Yeah.
like
exactly.
any other artist.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, that's what you have to
Yeah.
be, right?
Well, I mean, I just don't think that. I mean, if Keith Haring came to one of my shows, he might, say.
I think he'd like your
Yeah,
art.
I mean, he might say ooh ah, or he might say oh what's this or whatever. But it's gonna be the same thing if I come to one of his shows, and it's just to be honest, we probably would be about the same age if we were. I don't know. He died in '88, so I think he's great for what he did, but
Yeah.
it just
He paved a
Different
way.
completely, though.
Yes.
different style,
Well, he was graffiti.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of graffiti interpretation in my work, but not to. I think his sole mission was kind of to take what he did on the street and bring it to mainstream. So I think he was very brilliant
Innovative.
at what he did.
Well, it's like popping out. It's like
But
musically,
Yeah.
musical way.
So what artists do you,
I actually.
what museum do you like to go to? Do you ever go to museums?
No, not that much. I mean, I think, well, I do. That's a lie. My favorite museum in the world is the Kiasma, which is in Helsinki, Finland. I love it. And, for artists, it's kind of, I like kind of the old LA cool school guys from like the 40s and 50s, like Ed Keenholz, Dennis Hopper before he was an actor. A lot of like industrial artists are more inspirational to me, like
Okay.
Howard Hughes.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I have a question. Do you drink glue?
no, I don't.
No?
No.
No, is that not Finnish? Is that just Swedish?
I drink every once in a while. I drink a black licorice liqueur with Fisherman's Friend in it, which is Finnish.
Oh, that cough drop is
Yeah.
from Finland? I know Fisherman's Friend.
Yeah, but
Wow, I didn't know that was from Finland.
That's
Wow.
It's almost glue.
That sounds really good.
yeah. But I just like beer. Yeah.
I
And
had a
white wine.
Swedish friend that
I'm
had me
starting to
drink
like
that
white
for
wine. Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Around the holidays, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you have like a bad cold
Yeah, that's what it sounds like it would be.
Yeah, it cleared out my sinuses.
or crabs.
Crabs! Is that a skeleton in your closet?
that has to be applied topically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you apply topically.
Yeah.
I'm
You
too
can't
drunk.
drink that.
Fisherman's Friend.
Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. And I'm thinking like, crabs are terrible.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So, on that note,
A friend of mine got crabs one time, and you know what the doctor told him?
where'd they get them? In like some hotel in Jersey,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but anyway,
Always sit in the
Oh, here
vinyl.
I go
Always
again.
sit in the vinyl chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So what happened?
They were told to jump in like a heavily chlorinated swimming pool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And just give them
yeah,
credit.
yeah.
Well, you know, if you dye your hair, you're supposed to
Pour
get
glue all over you.
Glue, yeah.
Yeah.
On that note, so what else? Last shout outs, Oscar daughter. March 28th is the big party.
March 28th is the only party, and I brought some cards if you want to give
Yeah, of course.
guests to come. It's going to be a fun night. There's going to be a DJ from Armand Aberam, who's in the electronica band Future Relative, will be DJing that night. And then, there's going to be some great people there, a lot of media. You've been to the shows.
They're great. They're really fun.
And
the art is out of this world. It always blows my mind how good it is. It's true, because there's a lot of art out there, and, a lot of stuff is good, but your stuff is, it's really good. It definitely grabs you, and it's definitely vibrant, and it definitely always has messages in. And more than like what you see, they're in even more, Like there's a lot going on that is more than the surface.
We were an art gallery before we
That's
were a
right.
cafe. And after 9/11, during the George Bush years, it seemed to get harder to sell art. And before that, we knew who the National Endowment of the Arts were.
Yeah.
We knew, but now I can't even name you the person running that.
Yeah.
And what funds do they get? And,
I'm trying to kind of like...
It's not the same.
Well, I've had a lot of representation over the years, but over the last couple of years, kind of independently used my studio to kind of produce the shows on their own. It does take it takes a while to get to that point, I want to say, but it's not, I don't really know, because I'm kind of like, and not arrogant at all, but I'm kind of like so focused on the direction I'm going that I don't really know what the fuck people are doing out there and how they become successful. But the recipe that I've used has kind of put me where I'm at, and I don't know if I want to. This is actually the last big production show that I'm going to do for probably at least 10, 15 years.
Wow.
So
catch it. Go see Pop.
I'm going to take
That's a major statement.
Yeah.
And
taking a big break.
In anybody's art.
Yeah.
Well, your work is a lot of work.
Yeah.
They're big. And
this has been, each show is like the last show you were at. That was just a preview, and that went for a weekend, but it was 2 years to preview a weekend's worth of work.
Yeah, the last show was the day of the wedding of Kate Middleton. And I remember, I kept saying, would you rather be? Oscar daughter or at the royal wedding? And guess what? I'd rather be at your thing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know.
The address is 132 West 18th Street. At the Gallery
Kate
151.
Middleton, that girl, man, I swear.
I know.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. Every time I sing, you can't always get what you want. I'm always thinking, unless you're Kate Middleton, because you'll grow up and be the queen. I know. Does she become the queen?
If she does.
Just a princess?
She might die.
Why?
Yeah, I feel like she has some skeletons
Frailty?
in her closet.
Oh.
Well, they have a queen consort or something also. They have like all kinds of levels, I think, right?
Oh,
She
so
probably has body doubles, though, don't you think?
Oh, of
Like
course.
Saddam Hussein.
Yes. Yeah, of course. Like Obama.
Yeah, but I could never mistake
A lot of
her
people
for
are on
something.
talk shows now being
I mean,
Obama's
maybe
body
she
double.
has.
I've been seeing so many.
What?
Obama has a million of them.
Does he?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. The real Obama, please
Yeah.
stand up. Is he here?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. There he is. And on that note, we're going to say goodbye to this ruin who. Thank you, President Obama.
You're welcome, yeah.
Caroline, our director, has a bunch of shows this week with her brand new band, Aeon of Ether. She's playing March 7th in Queens.
At Blackthorn 51.
Blackthorn, that's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
And then she's playing Saturday in Bushwick at
Apostrophe.
Apostrophe. Her band is amazing. raucous and loud and metal, and you will be
shucks.
blown away by our lovely Caroline. And Oscar, I will see you on March 28th, which is Gaga's birthday, you know. I know all these
I don't know
birthdays.
that.
I know that. It's Gaga's birthday. The things I know are just so important.
Right? Oh, that one is
Exactly.
Next show on 10 or 15 years, it may be the same.
Yeah, well, the last was the wedding. This is Gaga's birthday. The only reason I know
birthday.
today is Oreo's birthday. Did you take an Oreo? Did you share a skeleton?
Did I? No,
Do you want to?
I don't think you did.
I think you know them.
I don't remember anything.
Well, then
Smells
you
in the
take an
closet.
Oreo.
I've taken too many today. Exactly. I know, my Oreo's just...
Oh, I got a good one. Yeah. We came in and this girl ID'd us, which was odd to me because
I got ID.
it's always weird when you get ID and you feel like you could be the girl's father, you know?
You're not that old, Oscar.
I'm old enough to be her father.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I agree.
And I, like, who drives in New York City? Like, so I didn't have my ID on me, and I just like rushed over here in a cab, and so I ended up giving her my cousin's ID. So that's a skeleton in the closet because he left it one time over at my house, and I put it in my wallet, and I've always intended to give it back to him.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
Thank God he's over 21.
I know. Well, he's like, I think he's like 39, which is
Perfect.
which is perfect.
That works. Oh, that's a good skeleton. I like that.
So I use fake ID to get in.
I love it. It's a great one. I love that. So I want to thank Elliot, of course, Glick, Valerie Orth, Sharon Fogarty, Between the Rain, Ted Watson, Michael DeBar. Bad girl, I said the name wrong when he was on here. How stupid of me. Jen, Angel Wings, Freak Out, Back Trick, Sam TC, and Oscar DoTTeR, the polar savior and Caroline, of course, Otto Shrunken Head. Sunday next week we do our Wednesday, and then I'm off to the UK to do St. Patrick's Day rew-who in London. Yeah, yes, it's going to be. I found a leprechaun the other day, and he told me it's going to really work out, and I have on my.
If the leprechaun comes out and
You
sees
know,
a
I gave
shadow,
that bracelet.
I think he's going to be.
I was I wearing a skirt?
Yes, you gave a bracelet to Mary Lou.
You know, she took the best one. I had to get another one because all the ones that I had,
I give my bracelets away all the time.
I was like, oh no, that was the only one that fit. Now all the other ones don't. But like, I went and got another one, so I'm glad.
I also want
That
to
one
look
is
at the
lucky.
ring. Look
She's
at that
going
ring.
skiing. Yes, this ring. I wish it had poison in it.
I've been waiting all through the show for
But
that
good
ring to open.
poison, yes. And that's it. Rew-who for March 6th on Oreo Day. Elliot.
I have here my CD, 12 love songs from City Island.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, that's Orchard Beach on both sides of that for you Bronx people.
With Monica.
And with Monica. And 12 songs for the price of 10.
Oscar just said he wants to play it on his show.
Oh, go ahead, it's yours.
Look at that. It's beautiful. It's Elliot.
And it's about the positive side of life.
Look at that.
Here, I don't want it.
Well, I have all those other songs, but this is not that. I want to thank you.
Thank
for having me on the show again, for
Always.
being so much fun.
You're fun.
And for being a pioneer. I mean, this internet television is going to be the thing.
Sounds good.
Satellites.
I heard all my children's coming back to the internet.
Satellite's going to be history. Well, that's good because General Hospital is just whack.
I like all my kids, but I
They
like
got
all
like
my
vampires, everything.
Really?
Yeah, I got that.
Wow, they're trying everything.
The shark jumped them. It wasn't even.
Isn't that crazy?
But the thing I'm trying to say is that in the future we'll all be watching television on our computers, and this lady started it. She was
Thank you.
besides being a tireless promoter of rock.
Yeah, well, you gotta rock, baby. Otherwise, what's the point? Exactly, right?
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Flashbacks, all the stories, all the disasters. What's the repertoire? Chuck it